there, we are Beau and Brandy, and with our salty pup Una, we've been traveling through the Caribbean for the past year and a half in our tiny floating home, Saoirse. We've spent the last month sailing, diving, and hiking our way through the west coast of beautiful Martinique. But we're picking up anchor and sailing a 2-night passage to the twin islands of Antigua and Barbuda. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and come along as we sail both of these islands, because 2 is better than 1.
We're off to a late start today. We checked out of Martinique.
We've been here almost a month.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's a beautiful country. We really enjoy this place. But it's time to move on. We are gonna skip Dominica and Guadeloupe and head all the way to Antigua. We'll probably hit those 2 spots on the way back down, and we'll probably skip Antigua, so that's why we want to do Antigua now. We're gonna go as far as Puerto Rico and then start heading back.
My sister's coming to visit.
Yeah, we're really excited to have her and her family on board, but we have a lot of boat projects that we got to get done before they get here. So it's crunch time. This trip's gonna be light wind. We anticipated that, so we filled up our battery bank. Tried not to use much battery power so we could stay full, and we're gonna fly the 145 most of the time.
And for those of you who have asked, yep, Beau is our windlass. Our automatic windlass, it's the Beau model. We do have a manual windlass. There is a lever to it, but it's just easier for him to pull up.
The wind is acting really weird right now because of the mountain. It's blowing from the east-northeast, but the way it's wrapping around the mountain, it's really blowing from the north. So we're gonna have to tack out to the west and then tack to the northeast. But instead, Brandy had mentioned that all the ledges are really close to shore, so we're just gonna tack back and forth over those to increase our odds of getting some fish.
Winding our asses off.
Getting my hair. Alright, the sun just set and it was gorgeous. We are about 3 hours into our journey. It's going to take about 1 day and 16 hours to get there. We're We're actually taking the east side of the coast because being in the lee, we were losing all the wind, so we decided, let's try outside. But I don't know if that's gonna work very well. We're hoping that we can pick up the wind, catch some fish, get there a little bit quicker. It is a little longer way around. We do not have a full moon tonight. We're not gonna have really any light because it's a sliver of a new moon. And that actually works too, because then you get a really nice starlit sky. Here's having a gorgeous, non-action filled night sail. Until tomorrow morning, good night.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, handsome. That's what your cup says.
My cup is speaking to me. Or one of you. It is, I guess, our second day.
I guess.
It's like, been like, I don't know, 20 hours? If that, 16 hours? I haven't been sailing very long. But we're coming up on, we've already passed, what is that, Dominica, and we're coming up on Guadeloupe. We're going to the outside, like Brandy had mentioned. It's been really nice. It's probably been, I don't know, we get gusts up to maybe 15 knots, but for the most part it's been blowing probably 10 and under. But we've been making good time. With this 145 out and full mainsail, we've been probably averaging 5 knots, maybe? You think?
Probably 4, like overnight.
Just in general, average. You think 4?
Maybe 5.
Yeah, I don't know, 4 or 5.
This morning, 5.
Brandy was on early watch this morning. She was quick to get the fishing pole out, but we still haven't caught anything.
So right now we're at a broad reach, which I find a little more enjoyable than downwind. I'm not a big downwind fan. It's showing 8 knots. It's showing blowing 8 knots, but we're going 4.6. So I think that's pretty good. Hopefully it's fast enough to maybe get a tuna on or something. But Beau let me have the first shift last night of sleep, so I slept a couple of hours. Unfortunately, we were getting a little banging from our centerboard, so it kind of kept me up a little bit, but it's fine, I got sleep. But I had stayed up all night the night before fixing our new bimini. Didn't really fix, well, it's not a new bimini. I just patched over the old one. And Beau's getting some work done.
Big fish.
It's big? Whoa, it's a mahi.
Is it?
Whoa, holy
gas?
crap. Yep.
It's a mahi, it might be a Spanish mackerel.
It looks like a Spanish mackerel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or a barracuda.
Oh man, is it?
Yeah.
Oh man, he's huge.
Not that big. Eat him.
You sure it's not a wahoo? Stupid barracuda. Well, Beau just dropped the head sail, pulled in the main, and we're motoring. Not necessarily because we were going slow, which we were. We were going about 2 knots downwind, but the area through here, we're just at the tip of Guadeloupe, in between another little island, and there are crab pots, fishing pots everywhere. It's like a landmine. So we want to definitely get through here before nightfall, and if we don't motor through, we are not going to. And our bank's pretty full, so this is a perfect time to use it, and then we should be picking up some wind on the other side. I think we should be getting in tomorrow around 11 to Jolly Harbor and Antigua. Here comes another crab pot. Here comes another fishing pot. Whatever pot they are, I don't know. They're all over the place, which means that there's a lot of fish in here, and we've caught 2 barracuda. So hoping to catch something a little more tasty that we'll actually put in the freezer. I had both throw them both back because they were big, and the bigger they are, the more chances that you can get cicatera, which is not something I really want to risk.
You're still with me all the time. Oh.
"24 hours later." Catching this beautiful sunset.
Well, that was a pretty long, slow
second half of the trip.
We pretty much had to motor the whole way.
Well, half of it, yeah.
Half of it.
Once we got past that Guadeloupe Canal, that little where we caught the barracuda, the wind pretty much was dead the whole time. So
it took a little bit longer than what we were anticipating, but we are finally here. One cool fact is that we actually celebrated an anniversary here. We have to find the resort where we were at. We can't find it, but we think it's around the corner.
Yeah, we think it's just north of Jolly Harbor.
Yeah.
Which is where we're at right now.
It's just really cool that we're experiencing things that, and I don't know, when you were thinking about it when we were on land, we're always thinking about, man, it'd be so cool if we were on a sailboat doing this. It's just really cool to be in a place that we vacationed and we're hoping to be on a boat, and now here we are. We had talked about it when we were in Florida, like, wouldn't it be neat to go to Antigua, sail to Antigua, and here we are, watching a gorgeous sunset. All right, we are picking up the house and leaving Antigua to go up to Barbuda. We've been here a couple days because it took a couple days for the vet to actually check in Una. So that was a little bit of a process, but she's all checked in. We're all ready to go. We have friends up in Barbuda, if you remember them, the Dangers. We're gonna go meet up with them, check out Barbuda, and then head back down to Antigua because you actually have to check out here. But it should be a really good sail today. That means fish.
Just checking the wind. It looks like we're gonna have about 16, 17 knots from the east. So it'll be a nice beam reach, but the gusts are gonna be up to like almost 25 knots. So we're definitely gonna sail with a reef in. It's shallow out there, so we might get a little chop. So, yeah. But hopefully we'll catch some fish.
Boona Bear.
You ready, miss?
You want fish. but for some reason you couldn't see this. We've been following a cat that passed us earlier. It's been a completely uneventful day. Unfortunately, the only thing that we've caught on the lines are seaweed. Hopefully we will catch something closer in. But we're in the banks right now and it's really shallow. On the other side, there's a lot more opportunity to catch because there are some ledges. So we'll take that route on the way back down to Antigua. We're really looking forward to Barbuda. I've heard a lot of good things about it. The water around here reminds me a lot of the Bahamas. It's been nice to be able to actually see those turquoise blues again. Got in a little bit later than what we wanted. If we'd had one more hour, we would have been able to make it over to where our friends are at, but that's okay. We'll get up early tomorrow morning and go. It's better safe than sorry because there's a lot of coral in this area that we'd have to go through to get there, and tacking and power for our motor, which we're running pretty low. So we have it on right now, but for a very short amount of time. But we already put the solar panels down, so we have some extra solar coming in. Hopefully it's negating the fact that we're using the motor, but it's very rolly. But the good thing is that the wind is coming from the east. The roll is happening from the east, so we should be just riding it with my homies. Rolling with my homies. But it's gorgeous here. Already seen a couple of turtles peeking their heads up, welcoming us to Barbuda. I'm excited to go and get in the water tomorrow and explore under the water. And hopefully we'll see wild horses, because we were informed that there are wild horses on the beach. But then we did hear from someone else that they're just wild donkeys. So hopefully it's horses.
We had a beautiful sail. Got a little squally here and there, but it wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, we didn't catch any fish. Well, we caught one barracuda. It was a little gusty as we were leaving Antigua, and until we cleared the island and got into, I guess, the cut there, it started to settle out a little bit. Although, what did you think of the waves? It was a little wavy
Out there, but they weren't horrible. They were, when they were smaller, they were closer together. When they were bigger, they were further apart, so it didn't bother me much.
Yeah, wasn't too bad. But yeah, we're happy to be here. It's bright.
Very bright.
Oh, that's not
Did you see this beach?
It's huge. This beach is huge.
And it's really pretty. The sand is like Bahama sand. From here on out, I will pretend that I'm in the Bahamas.
And the turtles are Jurassic size. They're massive.
And they're so curious, they just keep poking their heads up to see
Yeah.
us here.
Well, I think they're trying to breathe too.